Morning, grade 9 students, sections A and B. We're going to start discussing today our topic about localization and visualization of genetic program. So actually, we're going to focus in this part on experimentation done on two types of acetabularia. To the left, one of the type Mediterranean, and to the right, one of the type Crenulata. As you see here, we have three major parts: the cap, the stalk, and the rhizoid. We've sectioned each one into three sections, as you see, and the focus here basically on the stalk and the rhizoid, or the holdfast, which holds the nucleus. We have simply carried out two experimentations by conducting reciprocal graft between the stalk of one and the rhizoid of the other. So as you see here, if we have been able to graft the stalk of Mediterranean with the rhizoid of the Crenulata and vice versa, we've been able to obtain two new acetabularia. The first one is exactly similar to the one whose rhizoid has been obtained from the Crenulata, while the other one has the same shape as the original one, out of which the rhizoid has been isolated. So the results of the experimentations are very clear to prove that the regeneration of a new acetabularia with a cap of Crenulata type has been observed in the first case. However, the next experimentation has been able us to show that when the rhizoid of the Mediterranean grafted to the stalk of the Crenulata gave us so simply the regeneration of a new acetabularia with a cap of the Mediterranean type. This proves that the genetic information is actually present in the nucleus of this organism, which is the acetabularia, and thus the traits of any individual are determined by the nucleus, which is present in every single cell, such as the body cells like skin or liver cells or pancreas cells. And these traits are basically like the hair color, the blood type, the gender, the height, obesity, and certain type of diseases. And eventually, we can prove by the end of this experiment that the stalk in both cases is not involved in the regeneration of the acetabularia, and the rhizoid, the holdfast, in both cases is that part responsible for the regeneration of the acetabularia. And the only difference between these two structures, the stalk and the rhizoid, is that the rhizoid is the only part that is nucleated, and eventually speaking, the nucleated part of the cellular part of that structure is the one responsible for the regeneration of the acetabularia. And this is how we can confirm by experimentation that the nucleus is the one that carries the genetic information of a cell.